Or stand up. It's
Turn
up
your
to you.
chairs around. Get organized or stand up if you want to.
Okay, well, on Tuesday, we were reading Clark the Shark. Do you remember? Yeah? What was happening to Clark? Where was Clark? Anybody know? Where was Clark?
He was at school.
He was at school. And Clark, as we started reading, had a little bitty problem. What was Clark's problem? What was it, Brooklyn?
Being bad at school.
What do you mean he was being bad at school?
He was eating his classmates' food.
He ate his classmates' food. That's right. Is that a good choice?
No.
No. What else was he doing, Grayson?
I don't have a question.
Oh, Dominic, what else was he doing?
You don't lay down on the job.
He was playing when it was recess.
Exactly. At recess, he was playing way too rough. And let me see, Abigail, there was something else he was doing. What else was he doing? Do you remember?
Shouting.
Shouting. Should you be shouting at school?
No.
Probably not unless you're doing phonics with Miss Turnage. Okay, good. So I told you to read up until this point where Miss Inky Dink gave Clark a rule. And what was Miss Inky Dink's rule at school? It was to what? Ianthe, what was the rule for Clark at school? What did Miss Inky Dink tell him?
She told him to stay
Cool, right? Remember, she said, Clark, you've got to stay cool at school, okay? And Clark said, stay cool. Hey, that rhymes. So now we're going to learn that Clark has an idea, okay? So we're going to see what Clark's idea was to help him stay cool at school, okay? It says, then Clark got a big idea in his sharky head. Maybe if I make a rhyme, I'll remember every time. What rhymes with time? Rhyme. Very good, Dominic. The next day, he put his plan to work. So he's going to start to make what to help him? Rhyming words. We're going to have some rhymes in here. Let's see. In class, when lessons get exciting, Clark wanted to bounce out of his seat. Instead, he told himself, when teacher's talking, don't go walking. Walking rhymes with what? Talking. Very good. Instead, let's see. And what do you know? It worked. Attaboy, Clark, said Mrs. Inky Dink. Clark smiled. Lessons are fun. Let me show you that picture. So he's still at school and he said lessons can be fun. At lunch, everything smelled so yummy. And when Clark wanted to eat and never stop, he told himself, only munch your own lunch. Munch rhymes with lunch because of unch. Good job. And it worked again. Way to go, Clark, said his friends. Clark grinned. Lunch is fun. Let's see if we can show these guys at home. Where is he eating lunch?
In the cafeteria.
In the cafeteria or the lunchroom. Good job. At playtime, Clark told himself, easy does it, that's the way. Then my friends will let me play. Play rhymes with way because of, what's the ending sound? A. Okay, good. And playtime was fun. Once more, Clark loved his life. Let me show the boys and girls in class. But then a shadow fell across the playground, a ginormous shadow with tentacles galore. It's a new kid, and he looks scary, cried Joey Mackerel. Swim for your lives!
Oh my gosh,
The squid squished the slide, and it snapped off the swings. Oops, my bad, said the new kid. He sounds a little rough, like someone else we know. Who does that kind of remind you of?
the shark.
The shark, Clark the shark at the beginning of the book.
Sharks are always right.
Okay, remember to raise your hand and wait to be called on. Wait, said Clark. He just wants to play. Let's find a way. Play rhymes with way because of A. Very good. And he swam at the new kid with all his might. Clark played harder than he ever had before. Upsy downy and spin-a-majig. Why, he even made up a new game. Tail Wumpa Lumpus.
What does that mean?
It's a new game he made up.
That's
Tail Lumpa Wumpus.
That is hard to say.
Let me show the boys and girls at home. Here we go. How are Clark and the new kid alike? Let's see if someone at home can tell me. How are Clark and the new kid alike? Jalen? How are they alike?
Because they both started off playing rough and not listening.
That's right. They were both playing rough and not listening. Good job. Wow, that was fun, said the new kid breathlessly. And he settled down. If you want to come to school, you've got to stay cool, said Clark. Cool rhymes with what?
School.
Because of cool. Good job. So here he is. He's telling him, you've got to stay cool. Okay, do you think that's good advice that Clark is giving the new boy?
Yes.
Do you think that's good advice?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Clark had to learn the hard way, didn't he?
Yep.
Yep.
We learned.
That's right, he did learn. That's wonderful. He's trying to help the new boy. That's right, Clark, said Mrs. Inky Dink, and thanks for taking care of our new classmate, Sid the Squid.
Sid Squid rhymes.
Sid rhymes with squid because of id. Good job. Hooray for Clark the Shark. Everyone cheered. Okay, somebody's not muted online. Elise, are you muted? Layla, you have a question? Who does, honey? I can't hear you. Clark rhymes with shark because of art. Very good. Very good. That night, Clark's mother asked, "What did you learn at school, dear?" "There's a time and a place for everything," said Clark. "Sometimes you stay cool." Let me show the boys and girls at home. Sometimes you have to stay cool, just like that at home and at school. There's a time and a place for everything, okay? So what does Clark mean when he tells his mom that there's a time and place for everything? What does he mean by that, Paisley? Let's see, Paisley's not paying attention. Somebody in Miss Harris's class. What does Clark mean by that, Jessica? Yeah, good. Anyone else in Miss Turnage's class want to give us an answer? Dominic, what does Clark mean by that? What do you think he means?
He means by he has to do something when I don't know.
Uh-oh. Who wants to tell us? Somebody online in Miss Turnage's class? Anybody want to try? What does Clark mean when he tells his mom there's a time and place for everything? Evie, do you want to try? Harper, do you want to try? No? What do you think it means?
Sometimes in time, it's like I use time.
Okay, good job. All right, so today, boys and girls, let's see. It says, but sometimes a shark's gotta do what a shark's gotta do, right? Sometimes you gotta do what a shark's gotta do, even if that means you've got to pay attention and make good choices while you're at school. Even if you've got to eat your own lunch and not somebody else's snack, if you think their snack is better. So today, guys, is Thursday. Let me see. Give me a thumbs up if you like Clark the Shark. Give me a thumbs down if, not really. That's not my cup of tea. Let me see at home. Thumbs up if you like Clark the Shark. Harper, why didn't you like Clark the Shark? Good job. Most people like Clark the Shark. I like Clark the Shark. Harper, why didn't you like it?
I like school.
Because she doesn't like school. And that story must have made her think about school because we know it takes place where? Where's the setting of that story, Grayson? In school. All right. So tomorrow is your reading test on the story. So I want to go ahead and do a quick test review with you, okay? So here we go. You ready? Be good listeners so you can give me the answer. Here we go. Number 1. What is the main setting of the school? Is it, raise your hand if you know the answer, a zoo, a bus, a home, or a school? I saw Weston raise his hand first. Weston, what's the main setting? School, okay? The setting is where the story takes place. It takes place at school. This one's going to Miss Harris's class. What is the main lesson that Clark learns? It is good to be big and strong. It is good to listen to the teacher. It is important for friends to share, or it is important to act the right way. Somebody in Miss Harris's class online, Jade. What is the main lesson that Clark learns? Can you get it, Jade? Is it, it's good to be big and strong? It's good to listen to the teacher? It's important for friends to share? Or it is important to act the right way? Let's see. Talia, what do you think? You think the main lesson was for Clark to stay cool? Was that one of the choices? That wasn't one of the choices. It's good to be big and strong. It's good to listen to the teacher. It's important for friends to share, or it's important to act the right way. Which one do you think, Talia? Try to get someone in Miss Harris's class. Jessica, you want to try? What were the options? Let me tell you one more time. It's good to be big and strong. It's good to listen to the teacher. It's important for friends to share, or it is important to act the right way.
It's important to act the right way.
Give me a thumbs up if you agree.
Yay!
It is important to act the right way. Very good. Dominic. Okay, number 4. What is Clark's problem in the story? He tries to make a new friend. He needs to make a better lunch. He gets too excited about things, or he asks the teacher too many questions. Avery, what was Clark's problem in the story?
You like too much.
He what?
You like too much. Things.
So was it he tries to make a new friend? He needs to make a better lunch? He gets too excited about things? Or he asks the teacher too many questions? He gets too excited about things. Jessica, remember to mute your microphone back, okay? I can hear the daycare. All right, this one is going to Miss Turnage's online group. In the story, Clark has a plan. What does the word plan mean in the story? Does it mean a song, an idea, a wish, or a mess? Harper, what do you think? The word plan. He has a plan. What does that word plan mean?
He has an idea.
Very good. He has an idea. This one goes to Miss Turnage's students in class. How do the classmates feel about Clark changing in the story? At the end of the story, the classmates feel that Clark is a good friend. At the end of the story, the classmates feel that Clark needs to calm down. At the end of the story, the classmates feel that Clark was right to eat their lunches. Or at the end of the story, the classmates feel that Clark should play with other big sharks. Trayvon, what do you think? I haven't heard from you all day. How do the classmates' feelings about Clark change in the story? Is it the classmates feel at the end that Clark is a good friend? At the end of the story, they feel Clark needs to calm down. At the end of the story, the classmates feel that Clark was right to eat their lunches. Or at the end of the story, the classmates feel that Clark should play with the other big sharks. What do they think about Clark at the end? How it changed what they thought at the beginning and at the end. Grayson, you want to help Trayvon?
I think
He's a good friend. They think Shark is a good friend. Good job. All right, Miss Harris's group. Clark the Shark is most like a biography, a nonfiction book, a fantasy, or a commercial. Miss Harris's group, what do you think? Ariana, what do you think? What kind of story? What's the genre? I can't hear you, baby. You need to unmute.
nonfiction.
Remember what nonfiction means. Who can tell me what nonfiction means? Trayvon, what does nonfiction mean? Is it real or make-believe? Nonfiction is real. So, Ariana, do you think it's real? Is this a real story? Do sharks really go to school in the ocean? No. Let's try someone in Miss Stuber's room online. Lily, what do you think this story is most like? The genre of the story. Do you think it's most like a biography, a nonfiction book, a fantasy, or a commercial? A fantasy. Remember, we learned at the beginning of the story that a fantasy is a made-up story, and it's got characters doing things that they wouldn't normally do, like fish out in the sea, going to school. Okay, good job. This one is for Miss Turnage's online group. You ready? These are vocabulary words, and you're going to tell me which vocabulary word goes in the sentence, okay, in the blank. You ready? We could hear Sam blank his food. Is it munch, bounce, rough, or cool? What do you think it is? Jacob, what do you think?
Tell him to unmute. This is his first.
Tell him
Google
to
Meet.
unmute, buddy. Unmute.
It's his first Google Meet.
Munch. Very good. We could hear Sam munch his food. This is for Miss Turnage's students here. I took deep breaths to blank down after getting angry at my sister. Munch, bounce, rough, or cool? Sean? Cool down. Very good. This one's for Miss Harris's group. Clark had to sit out during recess because he was too blank with his friends. Munch, bounce, rough, or cool? Somebody in Miss Harris's room. Let's see. How about Tashia? Rough. Very good. Okay, boys and girls, we got one more. We watched the big ball blank across the yard. Munch, bounce, rough, or cool? Someone in Miss Stuber's class. Let's see. How about Dario? What do you think, buddy? I can't hear you, bud. Can you unmute? We watched the big ball blank across the yard. Munch, bounce, rough, or cool? Bounce. Very good. Who has questions about the test? Anyone have questions? Boys and girls, that is your reading test. And if you can answer all those questions, you can make 100.